What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the latest episode of Sean Reacts to Game of Thrones as we head all the way through to episode 1 of season 8, and we are chipping away at all the episodes that I have not seen so far. If you do not realize yet, I am a brand new watcher to Game of Thrones, a sweet summer child, as everyone's calling me in the comments, and so I'm trying my best to get through every single episode of Game of Thrones, to react to it, to give some commentary, some analysis, to see all the things that I can learn about this fantastic world before we get to season 8. I'm up to season 3, episode 5, which I'm told is called Kissed by Fire. I appreciate everyone who's been watching all of these videos as we post them onto CinemaBlend's YouTube page. So if you do not want to miss one, be sure to go down, hit subscribe, turn on your notifications. And also, if you're interested, I host a podcast. It's called Real Blend. We do film and pop culture analysis on a weekly basis. REELBLEND, if you want to go over there and give that podcast a listen, because you are appreciating the type of analysis that I bring to entertainment. So anyway, we're up to season 3, episode 5. We just saw Daenerys unleash her dragons and take her army of the Unsullied, and we're about to find out what happens after that. So let's dive into this most recent episode, Kissed by Fire, which to me would assume that it has something to do with the dragons, since they torched that slave trader, and we'll find out if I'm right or not. So here we go. Season 3, episode 5, Kissed by Fire. Ooh, yield. Ooh. Oh, right into him. Oh.
Lord, cast your light upon this man, your servant.
Let me go!
Looks like the god likes me more than your butcher's boy.
Burn in hell!
He will. But not today.
Oh, what? Woo! Magics.
There are 19 castles guarding the wall. How many are manned?
3.
How many men remain in Castle Black?
1,000.
Liar.
I like you, boy. But if you lie to me, I'll pull your guts out through your throat.
You
Egret.
swore some vows. I want you to break them.
We shouldn't.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Maybe he knows a few things.
Torment.
I love when I guess on the title and I'm totally wrong. What is Jon Snow's arc? I can't figure out his arc. They just kind of abandon him in the north, but is he just like due to stay in the north?
I want my
You
goss.
can't let him go. He's a murderer. He's guilty.
Not in the eyes of God.
You can't.
Enough! The judgment isn't ours to make. Go in peace, Sandor Clegane. The Lord of Light isn't done with you yet.
Would I die?
No. I always take figs mid-afternoon. They help move the bowels. To what do I owe this summons?
Thank you for seeing me, my lady. And it falls upon me to calculate the cost for the crown. As of now, it's a huge expense.
The people are hungry for more than just food. They crave distractions. And if we don't provide them, they'll create their own. A royal wedding is much safer, wouldn't you say?
I would.
And traditionally paid for by the royal family.
She's so good at
I
playing
was
the
told
game.
you were drunk, impertinent, and thoroughly debauched. You can imagine my disappointment at finding nothing but a browbeaten bookkeeper. Where did you go for them? Volantis?
My lady,
Oh, very well. I won't have it said the House Tyrell refuses to play its part. We'll pay for half the expenses, and the celebrations will go on as planned.
I'm going to stay on in Smith for the Brotherhood.
Have you lost your mind?
I've never had a family.
Your father was a king.
I can be your family.
Aw, Arya.
You wouldn't be my family. You'd be my lady.
Is this a rescue?
I didn't do anything. I'm just destroying the place.
What?
It took 5 of you to murder 2 unarmed squires.
Not murder, Your Grace. Vengeance.
Vengeance. Those boys didn't kill your sons.
Leave me to the king. He wants to give me a scolding before he sets me free. That's how he deals with treason. Our king in the north. What should I call him? The king who lost the north.
He has to die.
The Karstarks are Northmen. They won't forgive the killing of their lord.
Your mother's right. If you do this, the Karstarks will abandon you.
Would you speak a final word?
Kill me and be cursed. You are no king of mine.
Oh, well, there you go. So much for your counsel.
I have wronged you. I have shamed you.
You're doing God's work.
Don't understand. The Lady Melisandre.
I know, Stannis. The Lady Melisandre has told me everything. I wept with joy.
What?
Oh, my sweet boys.
What? Stillborns?
Did the Onion Knight come back with you?
He did. He fought bravely.
He hasn't come to visit me.
Sir Davos is a traitor. He's rotting in a dungeon cell for his crime.
Are they burns or scales? Look like dragon scales. These two need to hook up.
There it is. That's the look.
Jamie Lannister.
Seen him for 17 years and face after face. You all despise me. Kingslayer. Oathbreaker. Man without honor. You heard of wildfire?
Of course.
The Mad King was obsessed with it. He loved to watch people burn. He told me to bring him my father's head. Then he turned to his pyromancer. Burn them all, he said. Burn them in their homes, burn them in their beds. I don't think he expected to die. He meant to burn with the rest of us and rise again. Reborn as a dragon, turn his enemies to ash. I slit his throat to make sure that didn't happen.
Wow.
Why didn't you tell Lord Stark?
Stark? You think the Honorable Ned Stark wanted to hear my side? He judged me guilty the moment he set eyes on me. By what right does the wolf judge the lion? By what right?
The Kingslayer!
Jamie. My name's Jamie.
Wow. I never thought I would come full circle on Jamie Lannister.
All Unsullied boys are given new names when they are cut. Grey Worm, Red Flea, Black Rat. Names that remind them what they are. Vermin.
Hezer broza dziewięćmele dreveletas. Menteri e vanie e vesteletas keskido sogamagon.
Rukonudo hokas pezi. Same broji beri. Si broji es bezo senestas kimbroto. Quinile si broji melezesco mazedas terari vabustar. E torco nudo saji broji es bezi egitovi. Deneris germasmo. Si teptas si derve.
You were right. The Karstarks are gone. Almost half our forces. I can't force them to meet us in the field. And I can't attack them where they're strongest. But I can attack them where they're not. And Casterly Rock can't run away. I'm going to take their home away from them.
Can you do it?
I need men to replace the Karstarks who marched home. There is only one person in this kingdom with that kind of army who hasn't already sided with the Lannisters. The man whose daughter I was supposed to marry.
Oh, boy.
Walder Frey.
I have good news. I'll be leaving the city soon.
You still want me to come with you?
It's not a question of what I want. It's what you want. You want to go home, don't you?
Of course, more than anything. But maybe it would be better to wait. I've been thinking how dangerous it would be. Not just for me, but for you.
Probably not the best choice, Sansa.
We need to act first and kill this union in its crib.
And how do we do that?
We find Sansa Stark a different husband.
Wonderful.
Yes, it is.
Who is it?
You can't mean it.
I can, and I do.
Joffrey has made this poor girl's life miserable since the day he took her father's head. Now she's finally free of him, and you give her to me? That's cruel.
You will wed her, bed her, and put a child in her. Tyrion will do as he's bid. As will you.
Oh.
What do you mean?
The other shoe.
You'll marry Sir Loras.
I will not.
The boy is heir to High Garden. Tyrion will secure the north. You will secure the Reach.
Father, don't make me do it again, please.
Not another word. My children.
Well, episode 5 of season 3, fairly subdued. But when you follow up Dragon Vengeance, you're going to get a lot of conversation. We're back to the political maneuverings of the Lannisters, largely. And let's go right to the best scene, which is Jaime. Jaime Lannister, Kingslayer, right? Kingslayer. His reputation, largely known as the Kingslayer, which is the reason most people despise him. What a monster. Stabbed the Mad King in the back. And then we hear his side of the story. And to his credit, I believe it. I buy it. I buy Jaime Lannister's version of the story. That the Mad King was plotting to burn everybody. And had ordered Jaime to kill Tywin Lannister, right? And when you're faced with that, what do? I didn't talk at all at the end of episode 4 because it ended so strong with Dany about the Brotherhood. The Brotherhood with no banner? I believe is that what they're called? The Brotherhood of no banner? Who have no loyalty to anybody. Who are disciples of the Lord of the Light. And who rely heavily on magic, and their leader has been resurrected multiple times. Like here he fights the Hound because they put him up to a trial by battle, and the Hound wins, buries his sword right in the guy's shoulder, and they're able to bring him back to life, which is unbelievable. So again, an example of magic, and it's a cult of people who have removed themselves from the political bickering of the Starks and the Lannisters and now operate on their own. They're refugees. They are outcasts for the most part, but happy to be. And instead of subscribing to the political realm, they're buying into the magical realm and praying to the Lord of the Light, and it's working. In that fight with the Hound, you saw the real savage side of Arya, where she just wants him killed. He's on her death list, which she repeats over and over again in order to ease her anxiety. And Jon Snow, from the minute that he left Winterfell, has been on a completely unpredictable story arc, and it doesn't get any more predictable here because now he's basically ingrained himself in with the wildlings and seems to have found love with Ygritte, and so they consummate their relationship. And she mentions that having sex with another redhead is essentially kissed by fire, which is fascinating. My new favorite character. Has she dethroned Tyrion? I'm not quite sure, but Lady Olenna is tremendous. Lady Olenna, not only is she really good at playing the game, she's just got her firm grip on the entire big picture. And every time that she speaks, I adore every bit of dialogue that they give her. She's tremendous. More Lady Olenna Tyrell. She's the best. So who else we got? The Kostocks, the Lord Karstock. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. He kills the Lannister kids, right? And essentially takes away a bargaining chip from Robb. But Robb also says, look, these were kids, right? And in the process of doing this, he questions Robb's leadership. The guy gets so far underneath Robb's skin that Robb does go ahead and behead him, which is a cruel, but I guess fair bit. And then two other new characters who we meet in this one is Grey Worm, who is the head of the Unsullied, who seems like he's going to be pretty important later. And then the daughter of Stannis. So Stannis goes to visit his wife, who seems on the surface to be cuckoo, and is keeping their stillborn children that she was not able to give to Stannis in jars of red liquid. And then they have a daughter. And Stannis comes to visit her, and she is part dragon? Part dragon? That's my guess right now. I'm not quite sure. But Stannis has been messing with some dark magics. And his wife, again, like I said, is a little bit gonzo. And is, happy that Stannis is together with the Red Priestess, even though this is her husband. And he's able to visit his daughter, who seems adorable, except for that she's half dragon. So we will continue pushing forward. We will get to Season 3, Episode 6. You will not want to miss it. So again, go down, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, and as soon as we post that next video, you guys will be alerted to the fact that it is on CinemaBlend's YouTube page.